We have been employing people to clean up a mangrove area. This is from CIAF. It's an organization that believes that people need to be employed, especially disadvantaged people in developing countries where there's high levels of unemployment and poverty, and people need to work. So we're going to show some before and after, because there's a lot of plastic garbage in this mangrove area. They've been already cleaning for a number of days. They haven't gotten to this spot yet. We're going farther and farther into the mangroves. But I'm going to show some of the before and after. Because after they're done cleaning, what you see here, all this little plastic, single-use, non-biodegradable plastics, which is contaminating everything. It's all over the place. It's a whole issue unto itself about changing the way we use plastic and the use of non-recyclable plastics, but that's what this is. Anyway, there's thousands, no, millions, not thousands, probably billions, maybe trillions of little pieces of plastic all over the place and breaking down into smaller pieces. So this is an area we haven't gotten to yet. There's the mangrove. This is the forest behind the mangrove. And I'm just going to walk along here and show some of the areas we have not gotten to, and then show the areas that we did get to, and then you can see a before and after example of the effectiveness of having people employed. They're motivated, they want to work, they're glad to come to work, and you'll see the before and after. Here's one gentleman, Cardo, very good worker. Good worker, Cardo, thank you. We've already cleaned up in this area behind, but in the dry area between the mangrove and the forest, there's still a lot of plastic. You can see. And here's this mangrove tree with lots of plastic at its base. And here's our people working, very conscientious, good workers. You're getting a lot of the little pieces. When you move the leaf litter, there's a lot of plastic underneath it. You may not see it right away, but it's there. We just started the project for today, and already we're getting a lot of plastic. This will all be gone by the time we're finished. Here's our people working very hard. Oh, sorry. Oh my God. Are you okay?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's a vine with thorns on it. Okay, now this is the after. This is an area that we've already cleaned. So I just want to, just like that other area that I showed, I want to show what it looks like, because we got all the plastic out of this mangrove, and we got it all out of this forest area behind it. we didn't get to that other spot yet. We still got to go over and just get some of the littler pieces that we've missed, but we got most of it. There's so much plastic and microplastic, but you can see how much cleaner things look than how it was a couple days ago before we went into this mangrove and this area here. Before we started, this whole area was covered with plastic, just like what you saw back there, all these little plastic bags and broken down small pieces of plastic. And we'll go back over this, make sure we got everything, you know, go through it one more time. I've got workers still in the mangroves. So once again, all I can say is, when you employ people, especially in the developing world, where there's high unemployment and poverty, and people desperately want to work, when you employ people and you give them jobs, you have an anti-poverty program, and when you have them cleaning up plastic and this huge amount of waste that's poisoning the planet, you have an anti-poverty environmental project that's a win-win for everybody. It's just got to get properly funded, and it's got to be implemented all over. Countries need this all over the world, all over the developing world, which is the source of most of the plastic. We've gone through this area and cleaned it up pretty well, but we're going over everything one more time just to be sure to get everything that was missed left behind. So these are areas that we already cleaned, and we're gonna go over it again just to be sure we got everything. But before it looked like a real mess, and it's very different now. There's no way you're gonna fail when you employ people to work and remove, you know, plastic garbage. It's not gonna fail. There's technology that people tried, spending millions of dollars, and it completely failed. This isn't going to fail. This works. And this is far more effective than any kind of volunteer project could ever be. Volunteerism is good. It can supplement this, but especially in the developing countries, you cannot expect people, when they're desperate for work and there's high levels of poverty, you cannot expect people to come out day in and day out and do this very difficult work of getting plastic and garbage and removing it. People need jobs, and they need to be employed. These are a lot of little micro pieces. I hope this is the start of what should be a very important and large-scale anti-poverty environmental project implemented all over the world, in developing countries especially, where people need to work, where it's the source of most of the plastic pollution, and there's a massive amount of garbage contaminating the planet. It needs to be taken out of here.